battery test I've been waiting to do for years. Breath of the Wild 2, or should I say Zelda Tears of the Kingdom as it's called. The game is a masterpiece and it's the only game I've been playing this month. I did pick up 3 brand new Nintendo Switch consoles just for this test. Essentially, all my battery tests are on fresh consoles that have 100% healthy battery out of the box. Now, if you are wondering, I won't be keeping these. I do have to sell them to recover some of my money, otherwise I'll go broke. I did also check out the performance of the game on the Switch. You can see my complete performance test in a separate video. Links to that are in the description. To sum it all up, the game does run 30 FPS and 720p resolution in portable mode. The resolution can go as high as 900p in docked mode. Now that 30 FPS is locked most of the time, but that's not to say there aren't any issues. I did notice drops as low as 20 FPS in certain areas, and one of those was when running around this apple orchard. I guess all of those apples combined with the new walking trees really put some load on the Nintendo Switch hardware. It's safe to say that overall the performance for the most part is similar to Breath of the Wild. So the battery life should be similar as well, but let's see how it compares with this battery test. I'll be testing the 3 Nintendo Switch variants, the Nintendo Switch LITE, the standard version 2 Nintendo Switch, and the Switch OLED. The settings on the 3 consoles are the exact same I use for all of my tests. Medium settings, which is essentially the brightness at medium, sound at medium, and I am connected to Nintendo Online. With the battery at 100%, let's get this test started. After 1 hour, there's 78% on the LITE, 82% on the version 2 console, and 86% on the Switch OLED. At 2 hours, the Switch LITE has 51%, the standard console has 64%, and the Switch OLED has 71%. At 3 hours now, the Switch LITE is getting low at 25% battery, the standard Switch has 42%, and the OLED Switch has 53%. The Switch LITE got the 1% battery warning at 3 hours and 57 minutes. And as expected, the Switch LITE was the first console to power off. Tears of the Kingdom lasted 4 hours and 11 minutes on the LITE. The standard version 2 Switch got the 1% warning at 4 hours and 52 minutes. At the 5-hour mark, it was still going strong at that 1% battery. And that standard Switch actually didn't power off all the way until 5 hours and 15 minutes. The Switch OLED is the last one left. It did get the 1% warning at 5 hours and 36 minutes. And the Switch OLED came really close to that 6-hour mark, powering off at 5 hours and 55 minutes. Now here's a summary of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom battery life on all Nintendo Switch consoles. I included here the version 1 launch edition console. That'll last about 3 hours with this game, assuming you have an old console with a healthy battery. The OLED Switch does have the best battery life. That's something I've seen with most games time after time, especially games that have a day and night cycle like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It really just has to do with the way the OLED screen turns on and off individual pixels and limits the battery usage. So if you spend a ton of time in the depths of this game where most of the screen is black, then yep, you're gonna get a lot more battery life than I've gotten right here in this test. I actually did a test of how the Nintendo OLED Switch screen works and drains battery life, and I can link that video in the description below if you're interested. So how does this new Zelda game compare to Breath of the Wild? Well, here you see that the Switch OLED with both Zelda games are in fact very close in battery life. Tears of the Kingdom does have slightly better battery life, but only by about 15 minutes. Overall though, both Zelda games are pretty well optimized and they do have decent battery life when you compare to other games. I mean, just look at Minecraft Legends. That game had so much poppin' on the Switch and it was so badly optimized optimized, and the bad battery life just reflects that. So this was it, the video I've been getting a lot of requests to do. I finally trot around to doing the test and doing my editing and getting the video out. I hope the numbers help and provide some insight as to how well this game is optimized on the Nintendo Switch, and essentially how much playtime you can expect when taking your Switch with this game on a road trip.